So somebody would say something really odd or weird in the, like, across the room. And like Charlene was on the other side of the room, and I'd like look at her. I'd be like, oh, what is that person saying? It's so funny. And like, I'd look at Charlene, and she'd be like, huh? What are they talking about? And like, we just meet eyes, and we'd laugh so hard with our eyes. That's all. That's all we needed to do. And then we just keep laughing and laughing. And like, I never had a connection with anybody the way I did with her, with just our eyes. So.
We'll have it for the video. Just cuddle with him.
Aww.
Hi, Benny.
He's my love.
Hi, Benny. We love you.
Bug. I love my boo
We
bear.
love you. He looks so cute.
I love my boo bear.
He's taking it all in. You can see it in his face. He's so
I love
happy.
my boo bear.
He's so happy.
He's my puppy love.
So happy right now.
Say hi. Say hi, Daddy. Say we love you. Say happy holidays.
Benny, say roof, roof.
He's like, I got
Oh,
my baby
roo,
in
roo.
my mouth.
Benny, remember you used to go, oh, roo, 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 roo.
Hi.
Oh, roo, 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 roo.
Okay.
Okay. No more video. Okay.
Right here, and it's gonna go all. So now what?
You Dutch oven?
Look at me.
A
Dutch oven.
I gave her a Dutch oven and she was cracking up.
You suffocated
She was
her
mad
under
at
the blanket.
She was mad at me, but she was still laughing. You fucking.
I was gonna be like, she wasn't mad at all.
She was mad.
Well, she was also very free in terms of making light of situations. Her sense of humor was amazing, and she never took herself very seriously. And I think that's one of the most outstanding features of her character and her personality and her willingness to love everyone in the same way.
It was a summer that we went to go visit Massachusetts, and for whatever reason, she won tickets to a concert, which she's known for doing all the time, and she invited me to go. And that was our one moment, just the two of us, no family, no husbands, no children. And we had the greatest time of our lives. And that was the one thing that she made me feel special, because she made me laugh. We had deep conversations. And I know that she's watching right now. And I remember a moment that defined that evening. We watched artists like Tracy Chapman, Fiona Apple. It was a Lilith Fair, Sarah McLachlan. Those were very iconic women at the time, at the moment. But there was one moment that kind of defined how we would always spend time together. And it's an inside joke. And I know that she's watching us right now. And I know that if she were to be watching this video, she'd laugh. And it was one word. And I know you're watching, Charlene, I love you, but hit her!
You could think of 3 words to describe her little baby.
Beautiful, loving, and caring. And my sister friend. That's what we call each other.
Tell me about the hair.
Oh my God, yeah. Yeah, well, that picture you'll probably have, but we were at the beach and the wind was blowing and I had this, she took a picture and we laughed so hard, we were both gonna pee.
I have a memory that I'll never forget. When I was at my lowest, My life was a mess. I don't know why she went there, whatever, but I was, wickedly hungover. I had the sink, the sink was full of dishes. The house was a mess. I'd probably been drunk for who knows how long. And she came over and she cleaned up and everything. And she gave me encouraging words, and I'll never forget that day. To me, that's the kind of person she is.
We were on the cruise when we were going to Crete, and she wanted to go play blackjack, and we both sat at the table, and she said she was cold, so she took my hoodie, and I walked away for a little while with Vanna's daughter, Marina, and I came back like an hour later. She's like, I won $500. I'm like, come on. And she, so we went back to the room, we went out, and we went to Crete the next day. It was rainy, so we didn't end up going on to Crete, and she was like, I'm gonna go back to the casino. Can I have your hoodie? I was like, why? And she's like, well, it gave me luck last night. Let's see if it works tonight. She came back with another $400.
She hated the fact that I didn't play games and stuff because she always kicked my ass and I hated losing. So, yeah. She's like, you're no fun. You don't want to play games. Well, you always beat my ass. She was just good at puzzles, games, everything. When I first met her the first time I ever said anything to her, I used to hang around Eastfield Mall with my buddies, party days, and she worked at the old La Trattoria. It was a little pizza place. She worked there, and she walked by and I go, hey, you look familiar. Have I ever met you? She goes, you must be thinking about my twin sister, Charla. She was quick and witty, Perfect comeback. I'm like, maybe,
She liked being bewitched, so she could clean the whole house.
She liked being bewitched?
Bewitched, yeah. She would like smoke or take an edible, and she'd be like, I'm bewitched. She's like, did you notice the house is clean? Yes, Mom. The $2 scratch ticket that she took a picture of and put on the fridge, 20 grand.
What? Yep.
Yeah, she's like, you get 1,000? You get 1,000? And then she's like, I get to buy my pool table.
Yeah.
When we were getting married, we used to go to bingo, like her and her mother. I was never into bingo. When I met her, like, her mother used to take her to bingo. And the first time I went, they were like, just go. I'm like, I don't want to go to bingo. But I did. So the first time I went, I won $500.
Wow.
So then after that, I kind of started going to bingo. And then before we were getting married, we went to bingo. And she won 2 $1,000 grand prizes.
Wow.
And that's actually what helped pay for our wedding. Because our whole wedding cost like $1,700, including the hall and the food.
Now it's like 60 grand.
Oh, yeah. Like our whole life, she was just so proud of the fact that she was able to, be the one to pay for the wedding. So another time we were at a keg party at the old Horsefields. I don't know if anybody knows the Horsefields. It's a place behind the Eastfield Mall. So in the back of the Eastfield Mall, there's woods, and then to the left of the woods. From the bonfire, I went to go take a piss, and I guess while I was pissing, the cops came, so everybody left. So I go back, and nobody's there. So I started going, Charlene! I was yelling out there, and then the cop that was out there, he goes, is anybody named Charlene here? And Charlene and Brenda were standing by the car, and I guess there's some guy in the woods yelling out Charlene. Here's a story. One time me and her are smoking in her room, and she was like, I don't know, maybe we thought she was outside or whatever. And then Christina walks into the little hallway. She goes, I know what you're doing in there.
I mean, out of all the times to meet someone's mother, it was at Chico's 420 party. We were just dating. All of a sudden, this woman, to my right, kind of looks at me, and then she's coming up to me, and I'm like, okay, whatever, maybe it's just, you know, someone that's welcoming me to the party. And, you know, she starts talking to me, and immediately I have like a good vibe about her. And, you know, we were talking about just the party, and then she's like, oh, you know, like, are you here with someone? I was like, yeah, I'm here with Charles. He's in the band. And she's like, oh, okay. And she's like, oh, here, do you wanna hit? It is 420. And I was like, oh, sure. Like, I think I might as well. So we're just like chatting, and she's like, oh, by the way, I'm Charles's mom. And I'm like,
She's in her cool mode. Okay.
it was the first time meeting her, and it was probably a moment I just never forget, and one of the most unique mother introductions I think I've ever had. She had a way of just welcoming everyone without question.
My favorite memory has to be the summer a few years ago when Char brought me to the camper in Rhode Island for a week for my birthday. We laughed so much, as we always did. We beached it during the days, we went on long walks looking for sea glass and treasures, ate our chicken salad boats on the beach, and she always seemed to find a little kid's beach toy. I would tell her to stop stealing little kids' toys, and she would just laugh more. By night, we would play Rummy Cube and enjoy those gummies. If you know, you know. One morning, we were just trying to tidy up the camper after breakfast, and she was making her bed. She tripped on the corner of the bedspread, and somehow, not so gracefully, she fell on the floor. It seemed to have happened in slow motion, and she landed on her knee and rolled over to her butt. Then she looked at me as to say, "Did you see that?" We both burst out laughing. We laughed so hard we were crying. And as I stood there laughing, I had to run to the ladies' room before I could help her get up. As the saying goes, best friends always remember that if you fall, I will pick you up, but after I finish laughing.
To you and many more. Alright, you're gonna get whacked. Disney, that's probably gotta make my wish. You guys wanna hear it? You're gonna get whacked. No. I'm gonna tell you anyway. No. I hope I get a beach house.
Speak, let's hear.
What are your parting words?
Happy New Year, 2024.
Bye, 23.
New Year.
What are we gonna have
Wish
for
everybody
2024?
luck in 2024.
Woohoo!
More bitching at the beach.
Yes, that's gonna be our summer.
Time I got hit by a soccer ball and it hit me right between the eyes and it swelled up, and Christina called me a vampire for 3 weeks.
Yeah, he looked like a vampire normally.
Said I was a vampire for like 3 weeks.
Just to be clear.
Charles.
What's my name?
Hummingbird.
Oh my
I have so much watermelon at the house. By your 50s.
I used to hold Christmas caroling, Christmas parties every year
We got a horse-drawn sleigh ride, and Charlene would come over, and one day we were in the back of the sleigh ride, and everyone's singing Christmas carols, and she looked up at the sky, and she grabbed me, and she was like, look, and we looked up, and there was a cloud in the shape of a feather, and it was beautiful, and it was at a time I was writing my book, An Angel's Journey, and I was very hesitant about publishing it, and she was like, that's your sign, you're supposed to write. And a couple weeks later, she actually bought me a bookmark that was like just a white feather, and it was beautiful. And
Oh, you got presents? You want to open your presents?
You should carry it around for him to chase you again.
What's in there? What do you got? What do you have? What do you
Go.
To you, happy birthday, dear Marlene. What the fuck? Happy birthday to you.
Don't spit on the cake.
Good
job.
Yay!
You're
Thank
5.
you. I'm 5. It's a magic number.
Number 5 is alive.
Number 5 is alive, Stephanie.
This is Brain. I have many, many, many loving, cherished memories of Charlene. My favorite day was, she was always making fresh pots of coffee and yelling, fresh pot, fresh pot. A song by Van Halen comes on. And then I start going, girl, we're drinking coffee now. We're drinking coffee and I don't know what I'm doing. Girl, we're drinking coffee now. We're drinking coffee so we can't sleep at night. He calls me a smart ass and then bursts out laughing. And we kept drinking our coffee and having a great day. And I miss her dearly. I will cherish that moment for the rest of my life.
Hello again, Auntie Tracy. I just want to say hello. We missed you over here, don't we, Stefania?
We sure do.
What do you think, Charlene?
What y'all doing over there?
Stay.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Oh my God.
Happy birthday.
Right. Didn't know.
Nothing down for you, but I just can't get any relief. My purple shell. Hold on. My aqua sea glass.
Oh yeah, it actually looks really aqua-y.
You're gonna help her up, Joy?
She's what's happening? Oh, we're going this way. Rock the boat, rock the boat. I am not getting up now. Just so you know, this is gonna be really hard.
Oh my God.
George will go down real quick. And I can't get up. Oh, shit. You need the life I gotta pee. Oh, no. Joe.
Get her hat for her. I am videoing this.
Oh, shit.
Help her, Joy! You did it!
Oh, God, that was too funny. Here you go. Here's your chair.
So this birthday, I got to spend with her. We decided to go to the beach, to go beach hopping, as Charlene did many of her birthdays. And on the way down, she just could not stop talking about having like a sweet tooth, but she needed something salty and sweet. And she just kept being like, I just want like a chocolate chip cookie, but then I need a chip. And on the way down, we ended up stopping into one of the restaurants of Teresa's friend, and there in the case was a chocolate chip cookie with like Lay's Ruffle chips on it baked into it. So she got that cookie. She also got that cookie for free because she told the woman behind the counter that story, and she felt like that was her cookie and she deserved it all to herself for free. And so she got it. And it's one of those things that I look back on and I'm like, how in the world did you do that? Like, that was like a manifestation of like an hour at best. And yeah, I just think it's always really amazing to be able to see her magic in action. So, thanks.
Let's simply get around. I'm living on the top of the world. Top of the world, singing down on creation is the only explanation I can find.
Some words to describe my mom. She was kind, silly, generous, fun, a great cook, and made the best face water. Inside joke. If you knew my mom, you knew that she made everyone feel welcome. That woman would legitimately talk to anyone. Didn't matter who you were, where you were. She had maybe the gift of gab, I'd say, because to me that's a gift. I can't just talk to anyone. I'm pretty awkward. She welcomed so many people in her home. She took in several people over the years. She took in my cousins, she took in my uncle, her brother. She even took in my friend and her daughter. During COVID, she was going through some health issues, and she let her and her daughter live with us at my parents' house and charged her rent, and then saved up all that money and gave it to her when she moved out. And it was to give her a little extra cushion to help her out, which was really generous. She did not need to do that, and she did, because that's who she was. I couldn't possibly begin to count the amount of people she fed in her lifetime, and the amount of people that she got to eat something they would never, ever consider eating prior to meeting her. She could be that pushy Greek Portuguese woman pushing food down your throat, but a lot of people ended up really liking what she had her try, because she was a great cook. Pardon my cat. She was the glue of the family traditions, and she made every holiday special. And the luck she had with sweepstakes, contests, bingo, scratch tickets was wild. And of course, we all benefited from this, because if she won, she shared with all of us. And the big win, the $20,000 scratch ticket, that was pretty nice, because like I said, she shared with all of us. She would legitimately give the shirt off her back, no matter who you were. It would take way too long to talk about all of the happy memories, because there were so many, and for that I'm very grateful and feel really lucky. But if I had to choose, I would say my fondest memories were being with her at the beach when she was the happiest. The ocean brought out her inner child in essence and gave her the most peace. We loved being in the ocean together and playing in the waves, and we equally loved looking for sea glass or treasure. My mom was the most at ease when she was there, and we had so many funny memories with our crazy beach hair or trying to take pictures together. And since she was significantly shorter than me, we had to take it a specific way, otherwise it looked like her head was growing out of my shoulder, or she looked like, I don't know if you remember Beetlejuice when his head shrunk. That's what she looked like. It looked like she was just growing out of me, because her head was down here, so we had to switch angles. It was super ridiculous. That actually happened this past summer, and we had to take 7 photos to get it right. I don't know what our problem was, but it made us laugh, and we were almost in tears because of that, which is kind of her MO, laughing to the point of tears. I Another notable time was a couple years back. We were at the beach and my cousin Justin was there, and my mom started throwing seaweed at him, and Justin started catching it in his mouth. Like, she was completely off guard. She threw it at him and he went and caught it in his mouth. And she was laughing so hard that she was peeing in the ocean, which is also just another one of her things. But we were all laughing pretty hard because of that. I miss her so much. I miss her silly sayings. I miss her saying 11:05. I'm no gonna say Jamalama Ding Dong. Love you long time. It's finally fucking Friday. Calling everyone a dumb bitch. She could legitimately get away with calling anyone a dumb bitch. Like, I don't know. It's like a special superpower that she had. People just didn't get offended, and she made people giggle. Like, people who were kind of serious. She was special. I even miss getting car sick every time we drove together because she slammed on her brakes so much. I would legit, every time we drove together, feel like I was gonna vomit. And I would say something and she would just giggle about it. She called herself Maria Andretti. She was wild in the car. My mom was pure love in human form. She was warm, funny, silly, compassionate, and endlessly generous. She fed people, helped people, and made everyone feel welcome and cared for. She had this incredible ability to make people laugh, even on their hardest days. Her beautiful energy filled every room she walked into. She was pure sunshine. She was my sunshine. I love you, Mom. I'm so lucky I had you for 42 years. I'll love you forever.
His house was about walking distance from a mall. So we walked down the hill, and then we walked by this horse, and then the horse came over to say hi to Charlene. And then before you know it, the horse became a horse.
Oh, man.
Oh, no. Yeah. So her and I both just started cracking up. I'm like, I think he likes you, Char. Let me know when you're ready.
Good.
So basically, this family has a thing with hiccups and burps. So there was a lot of times where we'd be at the dinner table, all of a sudden Charlene would let up a big burp, and then everybody else would start, so she'd get the ball rolling, so to speak. But there was a lot of times her and I were just alone, and she'd start hiccuping, and when she hiccuped, she'd go, hip, 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 hip. So as she's talking, I would ask her questions so that when she hiccuped, she'd say, yep. So I'd say things I'd want her to say yes to. Like, you want to cook some dinner? Yep. Stuff like that. So it was better when it happened spontaneously, but you get the gist of it. It actually sounded like a, yeah, but I can't do it for some reason right now, but I used to be able to when I was younger. But anyway, her hiccups were just an amazing thing, and her burps. And then at mealtime, somehow, some way, I would end up with a hair in my food from her, and she always laughed. And I didn't mind because it was hers, so whatever. But she'd also somehow, and I have a pet peeve about not talking about Skatar, which is, number 2 at dinner, but somehow she'd always bring it up. No, I really got gas, or blah, 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 I'd be like, really? So that was the little, body function kind of scenario in our life together. So I love you, miss you, and forever.
Come on.
It's going too fast.
He's going. You better hurry up.
No, this one's in my way.
Well, hurry up. Wait a minute, man. Wait. Good boy. He's such a good boy.
My name is Glenn LaFleur. And there is a connection between the family even before we were welcomed into the family. When my mother was in the hospital, Charlene's mother was in the hospital, and they shared the same room. And my brother happened to be there, so she made a connection with my brother, and that was many years before Charles and Ashley hooked up. So there was a connection there. And then when I first met Charles, I says, definitely the right one for Ashley. So he says, well, we're gonna invite you over and meet the family. And then immediately I made a connection with Chuck, with music. And of course, Charlene, you know, the bubbly Charlene she is, with the giggles. And later on, when I would come over playing with the band, I'd always leave my hat here. And the next time I come over, says, you know, you left your hat again. And then, you know, we'd start laughing. I remember going to the beach. And this was an interesting day because the waves were really enormous. And I'm sitting there and said, well, I don't know if I want to go in the water. And she goes, come on, come on. First wave comes, hits me over. I go undertow. I'm trying to get up. I get up, I turn around, she's laughing her head off. Right? And I'm going, and she goes, come on.
That's her all the way.
So I get up, I'm going to reach her. Of course, another wave hits me. I go under. I'm trying to get up. I go about 10 feet, get up, she goes, you all right? Of course, she's laughing at the same time. She thinks it's hilarious that I went under. And then she goes, by the way, you lost a shoe. So I got a water shoe floating in the water. So what do? I try to go get it. Another wave hits me. Under I go. And I'm like, she goes, you all right? And I'm swallowing the ocean, you know. But that was Charlene.
Here's Charisma. She's driving like a bat out of hell. What's that name? Maria Andretti? That's what she likes to call herself, and that's what she is. She's a #1 bitch. In disguise, like that, you know?
So I was trying to come up with a story about Char. There are so many of them. Like, I met her in a bathroom bawling her eyes out. And then she came to my house every day after that and just kept insisting that we were going to be friends, and we've been friends ever since. And she's always been there. It was really cool, and she was really like this, very into the spiritual and all that, and into horoscopes. And I had been trying to get pregnant for years, hadn't been able to. And there had been a lot of false alarms, and I called, I think I am this time, and I wasn't. So there was one time that I thought, maybe I am. I'm not going to jinx it. I'm not telling anybody. I'm going to wait. And that day I happened to go to Charlene's house. I don't even get up the porch, and this girl's ripping the door open. Did you get your period? And that was my look. What? She says, the horoscope says you're going to be pregnant. Did you get your period? And I just kind of laughed, and she goes, oh my God, I knew it. I know you're pregnant. I know you. And I was pregnant. Charlene had a thing for curbs and cars. So we get to Teresa's, and all of a sudden, we're airborne. Right over to our parking lot. Charlene's like, oh shit, I missed the driveway. She went over the curb. I'm like, and you said you can get stoned and drive at the same time? I don't think so, but she's like, oh, no problem. She parks the car. It's like, okay. We were young. She had a car that she called Oscar. And yeah, it was another example. She was getting high. We were young then. I don't even know if we were high. I think she was just learning to drive. And we were in the Toys R Us parking lot. And all of a sudden, there we go. Airport again. Boom, boom, boom. And this time the car was stuck in the median. And she had to call Chuck. I'm pretty sure it was Chuck who was her boyfriend at the time. Oops. I think it was you, Chuck. He had to come and bring help and lift the car off. So, yeah.
We got out of a bar, right? And Char couldn't stop talking when we got out. We were going home, and she kept walking, right? And I was watching her. And I said, I was going to tell her the car's parked.
But you couldn't get a word in edgewise.
I couldn't get a word in. So she kept walking. It was a low sports car. And she walked right in the front of the car and she like fell on top of the hood.
And then she got up and yelled at all of us.
What the fuck? You couldn't tell me? What the fuck?
Oh, that was her.
That was good. Yeah. I thought you guys were there too.
Oh, I'm sorry, okay. I didn't fall. I was walking I laid on top of a car. Of course, I was talking, and I'm talking to them, and I'm like, and it's just like, I'm laying on the hood of the car, and they're like laughing their asses off.
You're on video now. Crack a joke. Come on, let's go.
What color is Santa's balls?
Blue.
The color of snow.
Blue, like mine.
You're right.
Here's a few little anecdotes of things from my Dina that kind of hopefully capture the essence of, who she was. We all know how much she loved the beach, so I remember being a kid and we'd get dropped off at the house in Chicopee and, first thing, she'd pack us in the red minivan and we're going to the beach. And then we'd go to the beach. Same being dropped off in the morning and we'd always watch music videos and stuff, and they had the little small TV up on the ledge in the living room going down the stairs to their bedroom, and there was this one song, Let the Bodies Hit the Floor, but she thought the lyric was Let the Bodies Slit the Throat, and she's like, I don't know if you guys should be listening to this. And we're like, Dina, it's Let the Bodies Hit the Floor, and we just all burst out laughing, and she always kind of got lyrics mixed up like that. Remember one Christmas, I bought her and Padrini a nice bottle of port wine, and on the spot she was like, we should drink it now, so we ended up cracking it open and drinking the whole thing and out by the fire and just talking and having a great night, and we ended up back in the living room, and for whatever reason, Benny decided that he wanted to make out with me, so I was on the floor with him for a while, and he's just nonstop looking at my face, and we were all just in stitches dying, and that was a story we continue to tell to this day. Also, more importantly, when my family was going through a hard time, we moved in to their place, and she was just like, not even a question. She was like, you guys are staying with us, and that's, I'm sure a lot of you can relate to that in some level. That's who she was, and she wasn't just, my aunt or my godmother. She was a mom to me. And, whether I was in her living room or here in LA 3,000 miles away, she was always there. No matter what. 3-hour conversations, whatever it was, so. The one last thing, the last time I saw her, we got to spend, our last day together by ourselves, and we went to the casino and went out to lunch, and I remember our waitress, she carded both of us, and she was like, really, me? And she's like, yeah, and that made her day, and she was so happy, and we had such a great time together, and she was so full of life, and I That's how I want to remember her. So yeah, I don't know. There's too much to say, but 3 words to describe her: strength, courage, and love. She was a beacon of light, and everything that's beautiful about this world. I love you, Dina, and I'll always be one of your Ninja Turtles.
There'll be no strings to bind your hands, not if my love can bind your heart. There's no need to take a stand, for it was I who chose to start. I see no need to take me home. I'm old enough to face the dawn. Just call me angel of the morning, angel. Just touch my cheek before you leave me, baby. Just call me angel of the morning, angel. Then slowly turn away from me. Maybe the sun's light will be dim, and it won't matter anyhow. If morning's echo says we've sinned, well, it was what I wanted now. And if we're victims of the night, I won't be blinded by the light. Just call me angel of the morning, angel. Just touch my cheek before you leave me, baby. Just call me angel of the morning, angel. Then slowly turn away. I won't beg you to stay with me. Through the tears. Oh, babe. All my years. Baby, just call me angel of the morning, angel. Just touch my cheek before you leave me, baby. Just call me angel of the morning, angel. Just touch my cheek before you leave me, darling. Just call me angel of the morning, angel. Just touch my cheek before you leave me,
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I ever knew. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world.